So it's disingenuous. He gonna start that? Okay. Hello YouTubers, welcome to my channel. I wanted to talk a little bit, just a little bit about the special, Oprah special with Harry. And the only reason why I wanted to talk about it because I found some really good teachable moments in there in the first 3 episodes that I watched. And it always comes back to this, their truth. It is very true that there really is only one truth. The truth. It's like you don't have your truth and you don't have your truth. I don't have my truth. There's only the truth. And this is why whenever I hear Oprah saying they are entitled to their truth and she wanted to give them their voice to speak out, to talk about their life and all these other things that I think Oprah has been giving this platform to this couple, I think you have to be very careful about that because, for example, and I was thinking about this, you know, if you want to give someone a platform to tell their truth, think very carefully about that. Because the KKK, people who are racist, they have their truth too, right? They have their truth, but their truth hurts people. Their truth ends up causing very serious problems and issues to other people. And what they believe really is their truth. They believe what they believe. But are we going to also give someone like hate groups the chance to spew their truth? Are we? So it's no different than what is happening with this infamous couple because they are doing the exact same thing. They are telling their truth, and their truth is hurting other people. Their truth is causing problems to an institution that is much bigger than who they are. Their truth has caused serious psychological issues with their families, mental stress with their families. And it's so interesting. I was watching Entertainment Tonight and there was a lady saying, you know, Harry and Meghan, they just really want to help people. They just really want to help. And I just have to step back and this is like, how do these people, how can they get on these shows and say such things when they don't know or looked at anything behind what this couple has been doing? Because if they really wanted to help people, you would not see an agenda behind all of the things that they're trying to do. A year before they even left the royal family, they were doing things that set the things in motion for them in America. While they were actually still living and doing their royal duties, they were still doing things, making agreements and talking about doing things like Netflix and Spotify and talking with Oprah. Like these were things that were still happening. Otis, he's here again. Okay. Here he is, you guys. He hears me and he comes a running. All right, so Mr. Otis is here, you guys. Say hi. Say hi. Hi. Okay, so like I was saying, you know, giving them their truth is a dangerous thing because their platform that they have been given is actually hurting other people and they are spewing lies. They are causing issues that are hurting other people. And if some lady on ET was to say, well, they just want to really help people. They just really want to help people. Check yourself. Check your facts. Like what you saying? Look at what they have done. If they really wanted to help people, they would not be causing all of these issues with their families and being disruptive to the monarchy and the institution. That would not happen. So if anything, if we've learned anything about when you hear someone say their truth, just put a stop on that because someone's truth can be a very dangerous thing that they really do believe. And it can cause harm and detrimental things happening to other people. And that is exactly what this couple is doing. Their truth is causing problems to other people, their families, most of all. Okay? Because like I said, KKK, Nazis, racists, they have their truth. And we're not giving platforms to them to spew all of their hate, are we? So why is this any different? When they are spewing lies and mistruths and causing mental anxiety to their families, to the institution that have been very kind to them, mind you. And then there was another thing Oprah said, privacy doesn't mean silence. You know, they have had their chance to speak with her, and just because you have a platform to speak doesn't mean that you should, because, you know, maybe you're doing something with that platform that's just not going to be good for certain people in your life that you're going to end up talking about. So really, should you even use your platform to talk if it's going to cause problems to others? Is it fair to do? So especially when you speak about lies and mistruth, you know, especially when your words are hurting people, and especially when you use words to build a brand on the back of your dead mother. Should you even be speaking then? Should you? And, you know, Oprah says privacy doesn't mean that they have to be silent. Well, if they're courting the media, if they're courting the press to have a platform to speak, well, they are welcoming in the scrutiny of the things that they say. They are spewing hate, and yet they want privacy. But Oprah says their privacy doesn't mean they have to be silent. Well, excuse me. Yes, it does. If you don't want people speaking about you and bringing you into the news fold, then don't give them a reason. Don't give them a reason to invade your privacy and to talk about you while you're trying to live a quiet life. And the other thing that she was saying was that, well, they were talking about their privacy being invaded by how Princess Diana's privacy was being invaded, where there was a lot of press intrusion on their lives and people were stalking them. And no, they ain't. People are not trying to find and snap pictures of this couple in a way that's causing them issues of, I leave me alone, I want my privacy. That is not happening. So, you know, I just, for me, I can really see the disingenuous behavior of the people that are trying to give them an out, because it's very sinister. It's very dishonest, because the underlying message that they are trying to get out there is really not to help people, but to give them millions of dollars to throw other people under the bus and to cause disruption and problems for their families. It's not really to do good. So it's disingenuous. He gonna start that. Okay. Part of the problem is that, you know, it's how they're trying to find their voice. They're trying to find their voice from something that they don't really have a platform and anything else to talk about. The only thing that they can really talk about is the royal family, because that's what they know. That's the newsworthy item of the day for them. So that's what they're going to talk about. And what I heard from that documentary, The Me You Cannot See, when I heard Lady Gaga's story, I really had sympathy for her, because one thing that she said that she didn't really have to speak about her story. She was saying, you know, I have money, I have privilege, I have power. You know, she recognized the privileged position that she is in. So she didn't want a pity party about what she was talking about. And I was so happy that she had recognized that, because it's not about giving her this platform to speak her story to the world and talk about what happened to her, because she has a day job. She has a day job. The girl can sing and she can write. So she was really trying to tell her story to really help. But what our infamous couple is doing, they're not telling their story to really help. They are telling their story to build a brand and to make themselves relevant. They are trying to make themselves relevant. So they have to make this story of the royal family being, like I said in my last video, the bad guys. And so watching that video, I just could not feel Harry, and I could not take him serious in the things that he was saying, because I just kept reverting back to the idea that, you know, you are making money. You are trying to build a brand off of your dead mother that was so loved. And it just seems so wrong to me. And how it was contrasted by Lady Gaga when she mentioned her reason for speaking out. And I had to give a lot of respect to Lady Gaga for saying that, because she really is someone that she didn't have to tell what happened to her. And it's a really tragic story, but she didn't have to come out and speak out about it, because she knows she's in a position of privilege. And she's not trying to just, you know, have a pity party and look what happened to me to build her celebrity. She built her celebrity the right way. She got talent. Harry and his wife don't have any talent. So this is why they have to do this. So giving them a voice when they have no talent and they come from extreme privilege is very, very dangerous. And the other thing is, and someone mentioned this in the comment section on my channel, they said, Oprah is doing what Bashir did, exploiting Harry for profit and telling lies about the royal family to help make money. And I think Oprah is a very smart lady, and I think she knows when people are using their celebrity to be disingenuous, or using their platform in a way that is not authentic. And I mean, it does look like that. It does look like Oprah is doing essentially what Bashir did, because what he did was, you know, he used and manipulated documents that were used to try to connive his way into an interview with Oprah. And given that there was some deceit happening, and you got to be careful, people are not being, you know, trustworthy around you, creating all this drama around her and scared. And she ended up giving this interview, and we know it did a lot for Bashir's career. And I just have to question why Oprah is doing this. I have to question it. Mr. Otis, you moved my camera. Yes, you need to sit, okay? Sit. And I just have to question, why doesn't she see this? Can't she call them out and say, but wait a minute, Harry, wait a minute. You know, this couple has had so many lies that came out from the interview from Oprah. Oprah won't speak to Mr. Markle. Why? And, you know, for me, it just seems so obvious. And why is it being ignored? So there's something a lot more like heavy-handed behind this. Very heavy-handed. It's like, wait a minute, what's going on? You don't see that? You're not going to answer that? You're not going to speak to him? You're not going to question those lies? Why? So this has to be addressed. And you have to wonder, is there a lot of people in on this? A lot of people, like, they know that this couple, they ain't worth their weight in gold. They're not worth the things that they are saying. People understand what their agenda is, but they're going to allow them to have this agenda. Not only that, but they're going to make excuses for them. They're going to allow it, give them a platform. It makes you wonder. It really makes you wonder. It makes you go, okay, side eye. And then the idea that Harry said that, you know, his mom was with a man of color and that the same thing is happening to him because he is with a woman of color. It is not the same thing. It is not the same thing, because your woman has got issues. Your woman ain't just standing back with being a woman of color. She got some sinister deceitfulness behind that little bit of drop of color that she got. Something's wrong with it. So it's not the same thing, but trying to draw that comparison was very calculated. I can almost assure you it was very calculating to try to draw the similarities. And then how they're going to say that Archie's first words were Grandma Diana. Now, come on, you know what? I have got to just look. But then you're going to say it was crocodile. You're going to say it was crocodile in the Oprah interview, I believe. What was it? How can a child have the first words, Grandma Diana, and then like a few months before that, you said the first words was crocodile? Like no one's going to call that out. We just going to be like, okay, we going to act like we didn't hear that, Mr. Windsor. Yeah, he lying, but we just going to ignore that. We're going to just keep it moving. Keep it moving. Come on. So just a lot of things going on that don't seem right. And I just wanted to talk about that. And the other thing was I have started to really pay a lot more attention to Kate in all of this. And I think the backlash that Harry and his wife are getting now is really going to start making people like Kate look in high regard, because they're just doing what they're doing. They are going out visiting their charities, and they are being genuinely concerned about their country, the people of their country, the charities that they support. They are really out doing good work. And you see this couple bashing them and making up lies and saying things that try to put the royal family in a bad light. But all you see are them doing good things. And then people start to notice this couple doing good things. I've even been drawn in more so to Kate, because they seem like, you know, well, let's see what they doing. Like, what y'all doing? Y'all visiting? Oh, okay. Like, it's really peaked. I've really got a much more interest now into them. And it's all been caused because of this couple bad mouthing them so much. It's drawn more attention to them in a good way. So that's all I wanted to say for this video. Catch me in the next one. I love you guys. Remember to subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, hit the bell so that you get notified whenever I post a video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace and love. I love you. Bye-bye.